Hey guys, so I hope you're all doing well. I went through the whole disclaimer of everything that's going on in my past videos, so I'm not going to rehash it here, but same thing applies generally. Just because this is kind of a frivolous video about makeup and consumerism and whatever, doesn't detract from the seriousness of what's going on and my feelings on the matter. So just wanted to quickly dispense with that before we jump in. So I think in my last video I mentioned that I had another Ulta order to share with you all, which I do, and there's a gift with purchase with that order, so I'm going to save that until the end in case you're not interested, and at that point you can just click out. But I do have some other odds and ends that I've purchased from various retailers, so I wanted to kind of go through those quickly with you all. So the first thing is I actually purchased not one but two of these airbrush bronzers from Charlotte Tilbury. I went with the shade 1 Fair initially, which I figured would be a kind of safe bet for me, especially as I'm not, how do I put this? Bronzer is a relatively recent thing that I've kind of gotten into, so I typically haven't been applying bronzer, but I think especially because I haven't really seen much sun over the last few months, like I'm finding that I really do enjoy wearing it. So shade 1 is, I think, too fair even for me, which is saying something. And I think that's been kind of across the board. If anyone out there feels like 1 is really the best shade for them and they've tried shade 2, which is medium, I would love to know that. So I got shade 1 initially. I tried it. I didn't really feel like it did much for me. And I think, like Michelle Wang said, like shade 1 and even is it Flower Bomb is her channel name? I think she tried both shade 1 and shade 2, and she said that shade 1 was basically like a setting or finishing powder for her, and I feel like I can use it the same way, even though I'm much fairer than both of them. So that is shade 1 and that is shade 2. And of course, you know, my lighting and everything may not be perfect, but I am wearing shade 2 on today, and I applied it with this old Sephora brush that I have, which isn't ideal. It's kind of past its prime, I think. This was the Sephora Powder number 40 brush, and they've since gone through multiple versions of their brush line. I really want to buy the Rephr 22 brush. I think I've said in one of my videos that Rephr has a concept store where they have select brushes on sale for 50% off at any given time. And I've purchased multiple brushes from them. I'm still expecting 2 more because they had a deal where it was like their face duo. I think it was like their 4 and 5 brush maybe. So if I were to go right now, I just kind of refresh periodically. So right now, for example, the number 2 and the number 12 brushes are both on sale for $12 down from $24. And I have purchased, the only brush I've seen in their concept store that I haven't bought is a fan brush, which I don't know, I don't feel like I need it. I have some fan brushes that I just don't really use, but it looks like I've gotten 8 brushes from them, and I've used all of them but 3. So again, I talked about some of these in my last video, whichever one it was, but I have the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3, which I think are part of their like core line. And these have the silver ferrule, but I think if you purchase them normally, they have a black matte ferrule. Sometimes the black matte ferrule shows up in the concept store as well, And I've seen also they have some that have extra long handles. So anyway, the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3, and I think the number 4 and the number 5 are cheek brushes that I've ordered that I haven't received yet. And then I also have the number 12, 13, 14, and 15. So I think these are basically all of the eye brushes except for that fan brush before you get into some face brushes. And the bronzer brush, which is kind of this shape, the P22 or just 22, I guess, their full price is $110, so I'm really hoping it goes on sale, but who knows. So that was a bit of a detour into Refer. I will say, so part of the deal with the concept store is they ask you to provide a review. I mean, I don't know if there's any way for them to enforce it really, but it's kind of a honor system, whatever. And I think I've only gotten one request from them for a review out of whatever the 8 brushes that I've purchased from them. So I don't know if it's a timing thing or if they're just more interested in reviews of certain brushes. But some of the brushes have just come in like a bubble mailer, and then they have these like plastic sleeves. So I think as part of that review I said I wish the packaging were better. And then the next, I think 2 shipments I got were both in like this hard cardboard type box. And it has a little bit of a kind of velvety lining, and then I think, you know, the brushes were just inside like that. So I don't really think that that review had any effect on how they were shipping out brushes. It just seemed kind of an odd coincidence. I don't know if it was they ran out of these boxes or what, or maybe they are like that kind of small that they can respond in real time. But anyway, I am enjoying those brushes so far, and I really do hope to add that bronzer brush to my collection. All right, so just to circle back to the Charlotte Tilbury for a second, I also wanted to mention that you can get, I think, a 10% off code if you sign up for their email list, which I would recommend doing. And then I've also seen them send out, I think I have like a 15% off code that I can use right now, and they have different free gifts. And if you are interested in a particular brand, I do recommend, and you're not going to be tempted overly by getting emails and that sort of thing, I do recommend signing up for their email list because you'll just be alerted of different sales and deals as they happen. But yeah, you can get a 10% off code by signing up, and then if you use RetailMeNot, which is similar to Rakuten or Mr. Rebates, I have a video that I'll link that actually kind of describes the different cashback sites that you can use and how they work and that sort of thing. But RetailMeNot has 15% cashback. So if you combine, in theory, that 15% cashback, granted it takes a while to actually get that cash in your account, but if you combine that with the 10% discount, for example, you're getting 25% off, effectively. So take that as you will, but I would recommend checking it out. I think for 15% is pretty generous. All right, so a couple more odds and ends I have to quickly show you. I picked up a Gimme Brow in shade number 1 from Benefit. This was purchased from HSN, and I think they had some kind of like $10 off code or coupon. So I was able to get this at, I think it's normally like $24, and I got it for like $14, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. I think I like it more than like the Boy Brow from Glossier, which has like foundation on it now. This just seems kind of like, it never really sets, like it always kind of stays soft. So if you don't like this doesn't feel hard. It's not like the Anastasia clear brow gel that kind of gets a little crusty, which I don't mind. But this one just doesn't feel as like moussey and fluffy as the Boy Brow, so that may just be a personal preference sort of thing. So I had tried, like I had the, I think this was like a travel size or deluxe sample that I'd gotten, and I got the full size of that, just because this felt like it was getting a little old. All right, and then next up, I got the Color Science Total Eye 3-in-1 Renewal Therapy. I've been using the original shade in, I guess what is now the medium color. They only had one shade for the longest time. And I've been using this, and I think I saw that it was on sale at some point at a derm store, I think. And so I purchased a pack cup. And then, of course, they come out with a few more shades, including Fair, which is a better color for me generally. Some days I will go out with just this corrector on because it does have sunscreen in it. So I kind of like to have a layer of sunscreen on my eyes if I'm not bringing sunscreen directly up underneath my eyes. This is the Color Science Total Eye 3-in-1 Renewal Therapy, SPF 35, PA+++. It is titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. And I'll show you the color. So that's a fairly typical, and again, the lights may not be true, but that is the medium. It's fairly typical color corrector peachy shade. And then the Fair, which if I'm using concealer on top, it's not as big a deal because the concealer can kind of brighten things up. But if I'm just using the corrector and I'm going outside and I have a mask on and all that jazz, the medium can be just a tad dark on me. And so I'm very happy to have the Fair. I think I actually signed up for like the auto ship from Color Science. I think Derm Store was out of stock, to get like a 15% discount on it, and then whatever cashback site I used at the time, I forget which. I think I have it on the longest auto ship. This is not an inexpensive product, and so for it being a purely mineral sunscreen plus corrector, I think is what makes it unique. And you know, I've tried various correctors before, like the Tarte, the Giorgio Armani, the Benefit, not the Benefit, the Becca. So if you are interested in the sunscreen like this, full price is in the $60 range, which is kind of a lot. It does have about 7 mils of product, which, you know, is not the most. Yeah, so getting that discount, I, you know, thought it was worthwhile signing up for the auto ship. I'm not sure if I will go through it that quickly, but you can always cancel an auto ship so you're not charged for it. But it is something that you have to kind of be aware of, that you will get charged and it will ship again if you do sign up for it. So I do love a good bargain, and as I'm hauling these items, I always try to you know, share with you all how I save money on especially high-end products. And I don't know, in a way it makes it a little bit more fun if you feel like you're kind of getting a deal on something. Okay, so more deals that were had. I got 2 of the Natasha Denona 5-pan palettes, the number 4 and the number 2. The other one that I've had, the other one that I have is the Camel palette, which I got in the Wang, I think it was a Cult Beauty box, which I don't use all that often because it's kind of yellowy toned for my preference and my skin tone. So I got one, this number 4 is kind of more warm toned, and this number 2 is a little bit more cool toned, a little bit more mauve-y. And I ordered these directly from Natasha Denona because she was having, I forget what the discount was, if it was 30% off these 5 pans. And interestingly enough, this one was the one that I was originally shipped. This one I was shipped the original packaging, or the old packaging, which was kind of a bummer for several reasons. One, I wasn't sure if the formula was the same. And 2, the really great thing, I mean, these just feel better quality to begin with. The other plastic kind of just felt cheap and, you know, plasticky. But this one has little holes in the back, so you can actually depot these and put them in like a Z palette, for example, or whatever magnetic palette you have. So I kind of figured this was preferable, or it was what I was expecting because it was the picture that was shown when I bought it. If it had had an alternate picture, because sometimes brands phase in new packaging, or not every shade may have the new packaging, etc. But it did have the new picture for these, and it didn't have anywhere that, you know, the packaging, the picture may differ from the actual product, etc. And I did go back and check after I received the palette with the old packaging. And I was kind of concerned because I think on the Natasha Denona website, you got free shipping at a certain point. But I think for returns, you had to like pay for shipping and that sort of thing. But I emailed their customer service and I said, you know, I received the old packaging and the picture on the website said it was the new packaging, so that's what I was expecting. And they emailed me a FedEx label and they shipped out this one, which is the new packaging. So I just wanted to relay that as a positive Natasha Denona experience, because I think after their Black Friday sale last year, they were getting some flack for like overcharging people or it just not being a very smooth sale. So I just wanted to relay that as a, you know, atta girl for the Natasha Denona team. And yeah, so I've used, let's see, I used a combination of these two palettes on my eyes today. I think I have this middle matte shade, mostly in the crease, and then this champagne shade, which is, not sure in what direction they go. So Shell is the middle shade, and I think Light Coral would be all over my lid. And then I also put a bit of, is it Arosto, maybe? I think Arosto. This darker matte, just a little bit in the outer corner to deepen things up. So yeah, that is what I have on my eyes from Natasha Denona. And I just wanted, again, to relay a positive customer service experience. Okay, so I think the next thing I'll talk about is a purchase from Haute Look. So I got this Bare Minerals Gen Nude Floral Utopia palette, and I'm a bit confused about kind of where this product is in its life cycle, because I purchased it from Haute Look for like half off, but I think I just saw it pop up at Ulta for full price. So again, I'm not sure, but if you are interested in this, I would recommend checking out Haute Look. The thing about Haute Look that's always kind of annoying is I think the free ship threshold is like $100, which is kind of a lot, especially if you're just interested in like one palette, for example. So I haven't used this yet. I saw English Prof Style haul this, and I think she was kind of ambivalent about it. But I had in the past two of my palettes from them in the same kind of formula and line are the neutral eyeshadow palette and the rose eyeshadow palette. And I like both of these a lot, other than the fact that the typeface on the front is kind of wearing off a little bit. Yeah, so I like these both as kind of like a little bit more cool toned. The quality is really good. I like the old Bare Minerals formula as well. If I had to pick one, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I like both of these. So if you can get these during like the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, that sort of thing, I think they're worth taking a look at. And then also from Haute Look, again, because I wanted to make up the free shipping threshold, which is kind of ridiculous considering how expensive this was, but I saw other things that I was interested in, so it made sense. So I got 2 of these Nest candles. These are both the 8.1 size. So I got Orange Blossom and White Camellia. I haven't been purchasing as many Bath & Body Works candles as I have in the past, partly just because they haven't been doing the same, like every weekend, the candles are half off type sales. Various candles will go on sale, but not all of them, not all of the 3 wicks. And so I'll see like a couple that I like, but it's not enough to make me want to place an order, that sort of thing. So I think like I showed you in my Sephora hauls, I've been enjoying the Vluspa candle, especially the French Cad and Lavender. I just got another one of those from Sephora, which I don't know if I'll include in this video or not, but I did repurchase that because I used it up again. And then the Homeworks candles from Ulta I've also been purchasing. But these are just really nice floral candles. Nest, they typically have a very good burn. And I forget how much these were. Yeah, so the Bare Essentials, or Bare Minerals, I don't know why they label it as Bare Essentials. This was $11.23, and I think it's full price, it's like $30. So definitely worth checking out. And these candles were each 20 bucks. So I think that's basically half price from what they are normally. But I mean, 20 bucks, it's about what like a Bath & Body Works candle would be full price, a little bit more, but it's a better quality candle in my opinion. So I got that one, and then White Camellia. Oh, I was going to tell you the notes. So the Orange Blossom is Orange Blossom, Orchid, Tiara Flower, and Freesia, combined with Tangerine, Lemon, and Musk. So nice and florally. These are really good like crowd pleaser type candles that aren't probably going to offend anyone unless they just don't like candles. The White Camellia, the notes are fresh camellia, wisteria, and Indonesian jasmine intermingled with crisp notes of white tea and amber. So kind of both perfumey, florally type candles. I don't know if they're discontinuing these scents because they were at HauteLook. But if you are interested in them, I would encourage you to check HauteLook out. And if I can find them still on the site, then I will link them. The last thing I got from HauteLook was a Barefoot Dreams blanket. I have I forget the name of it. I have 2 Barefoot Dreams cardigans that I purchased from Nordstrom. I think one might have been from Nordstrom, one might have been from QVC, but I typically buy them when they're on like a today's special value or like at Nordstrom during the anniversary sale when they're at a pretty substantial discount. This was, I don't know what the full price was, but I paid about 50 bucks, which for, I think the dimensions of this are 45 by 60 inches. So it's like a throw size blanket, kind of in this, what's the exact color? Stone white, but kind of like an oatmeal, kind of something that would be pretty neutral. That would kind of go with the color of my couch. But yeah, I want to say this was half off. So like typically this would be like 90 bucks. And if you've never experienced Barefoot Dreams, you probably think that's insane. But it's such a lightweight in terms of the actual weight you feel, but still very warm blanket, which admittedly is not something you really need going into the summer months. But the chenille blanket I had for a while, the tassels and everything were starting to kind of fray, and I was looking to kind of replace it, and I saw this and it was on sale, so I went for it, and I don't regret it. So anyway, if you are interested in a Barefoot Dreams blanket, I recommend it, and I would definitely check out HauteLook, or they may be on sale during the anniversary sale if Nordstrom does that this year as well. So I don't think I'd ever pay full price for it, but it's definitely worth it at half. So not that exact blanket, but a similar one that's 45 by 60. It's striped, so it's kind of like a cream and a gray stripe. It looks like full price it was $120, down to $50, so 58% off. And they are machine washable. So anyway, I thought it was a good deal. All right, and then a few products I purchased directly from Fenty. I think I alluded to this during my Sephora VIP sale haul. I got a few additional shades of the cream blushes because I kind of went down a rabbit hole. So I think I got 4 shades from Fenty Beauty. I got the shade Petal Poppin', Crush on Cupid, Strawberry Dip, and a Summertime Wine. Yeah. And then I'd already purchased Bikini Martini and Cool Berry, I think, from Sephora. So I like these. I think I might like them. I think I might like the effect I see on other people more than applying them on myself, or at least the process of applying them, compared to, for example, the Glossier Cloud Paint, which the only one I have right now is in Puff. I kind of want to get more of these. I haven't yet. I'm wearing a powder bronzer today, or blush. I think, which shade am I wearing? I think I'm wearing Mojave Mauve. I bought both of these when they were on sale during the, I don't think I've touched this one yet. So kind of an all over the place haul. Yeah, during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, when these were, I think, half off, I got the Pink Dahlia and Mojave Mauve shade. And I also got, might as well show you because it's here, the Naked Reloaded palette, which I don't know if I've used yet. I need to dig into this one. Yeah, because I like the color story of that, and it was half off during the 21 Days of Beauty. I think like a lot of people, I'm kind of tired of Urban Decay. Like their 24/7 pencils are still terrific. I think today I'm wearing one of these that I can't find because it's buried. I want to say it's in Bourbon. No, I think it's an Underground maybe. But for like creaminess, smudgeability, color selection, you can't really beat the Urban Decay eye pencils. But yeah, these are interesting because they have a matte shade and then they have like a shimmery shade. And I basically have the shimmery shade kind of all over my cheeks, so I'm extra glowy. I don't know. It doesn't look too sparkly, actually. I also have a highlighter on, one of the Cover Effects, or not Cover Effects, Hourglass, the highlighting palette they did. Yeah, normally I don't like it when I can see actual flecks of shimmer in my blush on my cheeks, but when you're on camera, no one's up that close anyway. Alright, so like I said, I got those 4 cream blushes, so I think I have a total of 6 now. I should wear them even though, I guess you can see the tops of your cheeks if you're wearing a mask outside. And then I got 2 bronzers, which I hadn't purchased any of the Fenty bronzers before. And like I said, I was kind of, dipping my toes in / jumping headfirst into the bronzer pool. I got the cream bronzer in Butter Biscuit, which is, I think, the first or the lightest true bronzer. They have the amber shade, which is a cool toned, more contour shade. And I purchased the amber contour matchstick when it went on sale for, I think, half off at Sephora prior to the VIP sale. So I kind of figured I need to try that one out yet still. And the color hopefully should be kind of similar. So We'll see if I like it. I kind of like the idea of a stick for contour anyway, because you're trying to be a little bit more precise. You don't have to kind of get a brush to do your nose or whatever. For contour today, I have the contour wand in the shade Fair Medium, which I like. I don't know if it's because my skin is dry. Like I put on sunscreen. I put on this Clinique mineral sunscreen prior to doing my makeup, which feels a little bit more kind of hydrating than some other sunscreens maybe. But yeah, sometimes this feels a little bit difficult to blend, just as a side note. I am interested in trying the concealer that kind of resembles this and the glow wand, and also the Charlotte Tilbury corrector, even though I just got this color science. I mean, if you're into makeup and you watch YouTube videos like this, you know you're always trying to find the next better thing. So I think I do have a 15% off code from Charlotte Tilbury combined with that 15% cash back, which makes it basically 30% off. So I might have to do that for at least some of those items. Anyway, so yeah, got this cream bronzer. And then also I got the powder bronzer in the shade Into Sun, which I think is the actual lightest shade. And again, because I have them in front of me, I think Kate the Great uses the next shade up. I think the next shade up in the Fenty bronzer is warm toned, or not warm toned. Most bronzers are warm toned. But I think this says it is for like cool to neutral skin tones. So the Fenty is my pointer finger. I'm sure most people have already done this. The middle is the number 2, and the one on the top is the Charlotte Tilbury in light, or fair, I guess. So you can kind of see just how light that light truly is. Or fair, whatever it's called. The Fenty and the Charlotte Tilbury seem pretty similar in depth. I would say the Charlotte Tilbury is maybe a tad warmer. I haven't tried the Fenty bronzer yet. And part of the reason why I went for the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, in addition to all the glowing reviews, is because I really like her Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, and I have the shade 1 Fair. You can see this one is pretty much almost gone. I'm just kind of digging at the edges now. I do like that the bronzer has a magnetic closure as opposed to just your typical snap. And one thing also that they did that was really good, they haven't launched yet, but you can see there's little holes here where you'll be able to punch out the pan to put in a refill, which I think is great because it's more environmentally friendly and it's more economical for us because you can just purchase a new pan instead of the whole new compact. So the new refills haven't launched yet. One thing that with any company that does refills like this, I wish they did, was put the product name on the back in the shade. Because if you were a professional, for example, and you wanted to have a whole huge magnetic palette where you put all of the shades, or I think I said in my, I think I said in my Sephora video that I was interested. I don't know if I received the fair shade yet. But at the time I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just keep this compact and then buy the refill. But I didn't want to wait that long to get the new one. So I think that's it from Fenty. They were having, if I didn't say it, I think they were having like a 25% off sale, which if I had been subscribed to their email prior to the sale starting, I would have gotten, I think, 30% off because for their email list, they started it a day early. and people have like an exclusive code to use. So again, just something to keep in mind. Okay, so I'll just quickly show you a couple Sephora orders before I dig into Ulta. Like I said, I repurchased the Volespa French Cod Lavender. Cade? I don't know how you say it. This is the 18 ounce. This retails for $30, so not the cheapest candle, but this is my favorite bedroom candle. I like the look of the glass. I like the pattern it puts on the walls. Usually what ends up happening is I'll light this before I go to bed, and then my husband will come to bed later and he'll blow it out. It looks like this one wasn't lit long enough because there's a bit of a tunnel where it wasn't fully melted on the top, but hopefully we'll be able to fix that if we leave it burning long enough. But yeah, this is just my favorite scent, and it says it's a coconut wax blend. And yeah, I've been through a lot of these. With that, I got, part of the reason I purchased this is a product I don't currently have because I used it. It was a sample of the Whey Fine Shampoo and Conditioner. I'd used a sample of the Whey Thick Shampoo and Conditioner from a previous order, and I really liked it. I remember thinking, like, after I washed my hair that day, I was like, ooh, my hair just feels like luscious. Like, I have, as you can tell, like wavy hair. I guess each individual hair, like if you're a natural blonde, I think your actual hairs tend to be thinner, but then maybe you have more of them. Anyway, so I really liked that. It had a very strong scent, but not something that I hated. It was just something that was kind of evident. Like, it was a very kind of rose, like a dark rose scent. So anyway, so I wanted to try the Fine before I, went and bought full sizes of the Thick, just to make sure it was like the right shampoo and conditioner for my hair type. The Fine I found to be too stripping, like clarifying, and not moisturizing enough, which makes sense because with fine hair, I think you're more worried about it getting weighed down, versus like thick hair, you don't want to strip it of moisture because then it gets like frizzy and all that jazz. So it's kind of like a Goldilocks situation where I've tried is it the Papa Bear and the Baby Bear? I still have to try the Mama Bear. I haven't tried the medium shampoo and conditioner is what I'm trying to say. And so I've been kind of trying, I don't know, maybe a little bit more so than usual, stalking the Sephora site to see if that sample will pop up. Like, I assume if they're doing the Thick and the Fine, they'll do the medium. And they also carry it at Ulta, so fingers crossed that Ulta finally does a 20% off sale at some point, because I would much rather pick those products up at a discount, obviously. Alright, so with that order, I also got a sample of the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder and Loose Setting Powder in Glow. I'd asked for a sample of the replica Springtime in a Park, but I got this instead. Just how it goes. I'm glad that I did actually get the Whey shampoo though, even though I didn't end up liking it because I can kind of cross it off. And then the deluxe sample I got was the Pharmacy Berry Cherry Bright 15% Clean Vitamin C. This is 5 mils. So just a little pump like that. It's like an airless pump. So yeah, so I think I showed you in my Sephora haul that I got the Drunk Elephant Vitamin C in that kit. So I'm trying to use that. Side note, does anyone who's using that product think that it smells like barbecue? Every time I put it on, I'm like, So we'll see. I like the Drunk Elephant, but I figured I might as well give that one a shot since it was available. There weren't any other, like sometimes I will place a Sephora order, or I'll wait to buy certain things until there's a deluxe sample that I'm interested in. And sometimes it's just like, I guess in this case it was a normal sample that I wanted, but sometimes you just really need a product, or really want a product, I should say. Oh, I should also mention one thing I forgot to show you from like a brand retailer. I got the Pat McGrath Labs Mini Lusk Gloss, which is in their standard annoying packaging. This is in the, it says version Skin Show Cool. So this one has Dare to Bear, Divine Rose, and Pale Fire Nectar. And Pale Fire Nectar is one of those shades that Kate the Great always talks about, which is what I'm wearing. It is a bit of a look, you know? But when I'm doing YouTube videos is kind of when I get to, I don't know, do my more outlandish makeup for me, because I don't have to worry about anyone judging me. But yeah, these are the 3 glosses, and I finally decided to purchase these when they were out of stock at Sephora, so I bought them from Pat McGrath. I think I was able to get like a 10% off discount or something, plus, again, whatever cash back I was able to find. So one thing I didn't show in my VIB haul was the Pharmacy The Beehive, which is, if it's still available, it's $28, and you get a sample of the Honeymoon Glow. It's an AHA resurfacing night serum, which is something I was interested in trying. It says 14% AHA, BHA, flower acids, antioxidants, and honey. So I really like AHA and BHA combination products. And this is about 0.4 fluid ounce, 12 ml, little glass dropper bottle. And then, oh, there's a sample. And then it also had, I had to kind of destroy this packaging to get everything out. Let's see, it has a sample of the Green Clean Makeup Meltaway Cleansing Balm, which I actually have a full size of, ready to go from like an Ipsy offer or something. But I guess this will be good to put in, like, again, travel or overnight bag that I'm not going to be using. But it's just like a one-time use type deal. And then they also had this honey potion, which is half an ounce. I didn't realize it at the time. I mean, I'd wanted to try the Honeymoon Glow, but I did actually have a sample of this from a while ago. And I used it the other night. I found it really hydrating. I'll have to use it a few more times to say for sure. Like, I woke up the next morning, I think, and I had like a little red bump right here. And I think I looked it up on Sephora or their website to see how to use it, because I had the sample that didn't have any like instructions on it. And some people were saying that it made them break out. That's not normally a concern for me. And, you know, I get the occasional blemish or whatever. But I guess I'm glad that I only have this size to make sure that next time I use it, usually I put on a mask before I get into the bath. Next time I use it, that it doesn't break me out. This was another Kate the Great inspired purchase. Okay, and then with that order, one of the reasons I chose to get it was, I think I maybe had a perfume sample. Maybe not. I don't know. I got this Amika Instant Shine Mask, which I haven't used yet. It feels really liquidy. So I'm not sure how this works. And then I also got this really cute Erin Wild Geranium perfume, which, word to the wise, the top twists off instead of just pulling off, so make sure you don't kind of destroy the bottle trying to get open. So it's just like a little dabber, but eventually I have one video that's kind of old at this point, where I go through my mini perfume collection. I just like mini things in general. I think they're cute. And the Erin bottles I think are especially beautiful because they have this kind of like natural stone looking lid to them. And it is a nice floral scent. So I wouldn't, you know, cross it off ever buying in the future, but mostly I just kind of liked it aesthetically, and at some point I'd like to display all my little mini perfume bottles in a beauty room that I don't have at the moment. Okay, so I have like 15 minutes left on this memory card, so I'll try to make it quick. All right, so for Ulta, One thing to quickly show you, I did purchase the Wang Melrose Place perfume. This was 1.7 fluid ounce and it was $56. I think, when did I buy this? End of May? Beginning of May. So Ulta extended their like birthday points multiplier through I think the end of May for me, and my birthday was in April. So that was part of it. I think there was also like 4 times the points on fragrance. So I'd had my eye on this and I decided to go for it. This is the, like I said, Melrose Place perfume. So it's the same scent that's in some of their hair care products. And one of those I think is the Rose Hair and Body Oil, which I put in my hair today. This is just like a little, I think, sample size. But yeah, I really liked the scent. I like rose in general. This is a rose type scent. I don't think it has the notes on here. Oh yeah, it does. It says, a velvety rich rose fragrance with hints of bergamot, lychee, cedarwood, and white musk. So some fairly typical or standard notes there, but it's a nice light perfume. Like, it's something that I think is good for daytime. It's not too strong, not too offensive. So I don't know that I would repurchase this, but I guess it's nice to have as an option to kind of make some of my more expensive perfumes last longer. It does have like a magnetic lid to it, if you're interested in that. But yeah, I think it's a nice little perfume if you like their scent. And then I bought 2 candles. One was the Enchanted Peony from Homeworks, which I think we finished and I've gotten rid of. I really liked that one. It was one of their stronger scents, I think. I'm not sure if it's still currently available or not. And then I also got this Jasmine and White Peach. And this one is White Jasmine, White Peach, Bamboo, and Apricot. So you can see that we've burned a bit of that one. I like this one. It's something different. I think if I had to choose between it and the Enchanted Peony, I would just pick another Enchanted Peony up. I didn't buy the Bath & Body Works Peony candle this year, so I can't tell you how it's the same or different. Okay. I bought another wet brush. I've been using a wet brush equivalent from Verb, but I bought another wet brush because I really loved this like metallic gold and black design. It has like a rubber type grippy handle, and yeah, I just thought this was really pretty. Quick note, I guess, to compare this to the Verb, since I just had the Verb and was using it. These bristles seem stiffer. So if the Verb one is still available and you find that you want something a little bit more gentle, then I would recommend checking out the Verb. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the box as well because I just thought it was really pretty how they have, you know, the foiling and all that. But yeah, a wet brush, if you haven't used one before, is great because your hair is more prone to damage when it's wet. So you want to use something that's kind of a little bit more gentle than just a normal hairbrush. Okay, so the first thing from this order I want to show you is the Sally Hansen Problem Cuticle Remover. And I've been using for a long time the Instant Cuticle Remover, which looks like this. This has kind of a different applicator method. It's a little bit messier. It tends to, I don't know if you can see the difference there. It just feels more like a lotion as opposed to a gel, I guess. This reminds me more of the type of cuticle remover that they use in nail salons. I'm not sure whatever professional one they use. This one says you wait 3 to 5 minutes. This one you're supposed to push back your cuticles after 15 seconds. I do find that this one works a lot better. So I don't know if going forward I will just get this one. It was out of stock at Ulta for a while, so I had kind of a hard time purchasing it. It does come with 2 little orange sticks, which is nice. So yeah, so far so good. I mean, it's a cuticle remover. And then I also got this nail polish. They did like a Jelly Belly collection with Sally Hansen. And this is in the shade Jewel Berry Cherry. It's in their Instant Dry. And part of the reason I got that, I think I'm going to give both the nail polish and this gift with purchase to my sister-in-law, whose birthday is in September. But anyway, it's this fun wine glass that has like, I'm sure they're like plastic, but like fake, what are they called? Sprinkles. It's like a double-walled thing, and it has like a, kind of like a sippy cup type lid. And it says Sally Hansen on it, but anyway, I thought she might, oops, rude. I thought she might enjoy that. I mean, we don't typically go overboard with birthday gifts for our extended family. So yeah, so there's that. And then what else did I purchase in this order? Not much. I think, okay, so I got the Clinique Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This was a repurchase. So this is the one I'm currently working on. And this was on sale from $28.50 down to $21.37 for whatever reason. And then I did get 2 additional Homeworks candles. Okay, so the first one here, Driftwood, was a new experiment for me, one I hadn't tried before. The notes are sun-drenched woods, sandalwood, jasmine, and verbena. Again, it's kind of a nice, like, crowd pleaser, typical candle type scent. It doesn't seem to be very strong, though. So if you're looking for a very strong candle, I probably wouldn't recommend this. One of my other candles that I picked up, though, was Mountain Air, which I've gone through several of these before. You can see this one we haven't lit yet. This one is a really nice, fresh scent, and I really like the artwork on this. This one is Mountain Sage, Smoked Vetiver, White Cedar, and Clementine Zest. So this one I like to burn in the bedroom. Again, kind of a fresher scent. If I don't have like the Voluspa lavender candle or a Bath & Body Works lavender candle, then I like to use this one. But yeah, other than like lavender and rose type candles, generally my favorite candles are winter candles. So those are the types of candles that I like anyway. Anyway, for the gift with purchase that I've been hyping for a while, it was a free 23-piece beauty bag with an $80 purchase. So this kind of vinyl-y white and pink striped bag here. And I'll just try to go through everything as quickly as I can. There is this makeup eraser sample, which I'm not sure it's sealed up, but it looks like it's at least hemmed and everything on the outside, so it's not going to fray. But yeah, one of those. There is this Gentle Steam Eye Mask. It says, technology from Japan. Rejuvenates and relieves eyes from tension and the strain of blue light. Relaxing, warming effect lasts 10 minutes, and this is lavender. Oh, it looks like it goes over your entire eye area, so it's not just underneath. Interesting. All right, there is a sample of the Living Proof Restore Mask Treatment. This is 1 ounce. I don't love the scent of Living Proof products, so that's probably the main reason why I don't buy a lot of them, but I'll probably be able to use this. There is a sample of the True Cream Moisturizing Balm, which is the more hydrating formula, so I'm definitely happy to get another sample of this. This is a 1/3 of an ounce. The Maimond Rosewater Toner. This is 25 ml or 0.84 fluid ounce. I've never tried this, but I think I've gotten some samples of it before. A sample of the Redken Frizz Dismiss Conditioner, humidity protecting and smoothing. This is 1 fluid ounce. And it also has the corresponding shampoo that is 1.7 fluid ounce. Alright, there's a sample of the Confidence in an Eye Cream by It Cosmetics. I actually just used up a sample of this and I do like it, so I'll probably use that as well. Let's see, the Perfect Shine Clarifying Scalp Scrub. I do like a good scalp scrub from time to time, and I haven't tried this one before, so it'll be good. Let's see, there's the La Roche-Posay Anthelios 60. I think, yeah, this one has avobenzone, so I will be passing that along. A sample of the Michael Kors Sparkling Blush Perfume. The Smith & Cult Black Drop Mattifying Face Primer. That's not really for my skin type, but this is about 1/3 ounce. The CoverGirl Cream Fresh Cream Blush and 330 Sweet Innocence. I haven't tried this. I feel like I just saw someone talk about these, but I can't remember. So I think, okay, it just has a little nozzle dispenser. We'll probably give that one a try. The CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser for Normal to Dry Skin. This is 1 fluid ounce. I do really like this cleanser. The Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara, which I will probably donate. The Proactive Green Tea Moisturizer, 1/3 ounce. The Rules of Mastic Eye X Enhancer Recovery Balm. Okay, so this is, I think, from Too Cool for School. Still not really sure what it does. But there you go. About 2-4 ounces. The Mon Guerlain Eau de Parfum. The Eternity for Men by Calvin Klein. The Philosophy Amazing Grace Ballet Rose perfume. Let's see, some Tony Moly cleansing tissue. So these are good for removing swatches, but I don't use makeup wipes on my face. The Origins Clear Improvement Pore Clearing Moisturizer. This is 0.17 ounce. And then finally the Murad Retinol Youth Renewal Serum. This is 0.17 ounces. So I think I'm about to run out of space, but I just wanted to say thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you soon.